you could, I know you've done it before, but if you could just give the listeners kind of a brief intro to, what were you doing prior to finding out about this sport or finding out that it was even a competition? What kind of stuff were you into?
Man, I've been into like heaps of stuff, and not all sort of mainstream. I played soccer as a kid, and then when I was a teenager, I found rock climbing, and I got right into that. And I took it really seriously, and did that for a lot of years, and that was my main focus. And anyone that's really into rock climbing knows it turns into a lifestyle. You pretty much choose what you're going to do with your life so that you can go climbing as much as possible. It's just one of those super addictive things. You get bitten and you want to do it, or you don't. And I kind of came and left rock climbing a lot over the years, consistently doing it. I got into like timber sports for a year or two there, and
okay, it's like lumberjack stuff.
Yeah,
like
cutting, wood sawing, and
yeah. I've never done it. I mean, I split wood and stuff like that, but I love watching like the timber sports games and stuff where they're running saws, or they're the only one I wouldn't do because I hate heights is when they like knock the wedges in and they climb up.
Oh yeah.
Not a fan. But no, I think it's cool as hell that you did that. Like, I'm kind of jealous of that one.
Man, it was cool. I was doing a job at the time. I was like, tree lopping, and the guy that ran the company did it. And I saw him training with the axe. I'm like, man, I always wanted to have a go at that. So we used to show at the Easter show here in Australia every year. They used to have wood chopping, and I'm like, that is cool, man. And for whatever reason, I always got attracted to sharp things like axes and knives and whatever else. And can't really explain that. But anyway, this is wood chopping, and I got to have a go, and I was really bad at it. I was really slow, and it was not that. Like in training, I got the saw jammed, and then it gave, and it caught my arm and ripped a big chunk off the top of my forearm, and I was up the hospital. And then another time I spent hours sharpening this axe, and my friend was going to come pick me up, but he's running a bit late, and I was like, I'll just try that axe out. So I went down and had a go in the driveway, and the axe came down, and where I'd cut the V, it hit on a funny angle, and it sheared off, and I went straight across and cut the top off my left big toe, straight through the nail and everything, and just skimmed the bone.
I'm guessing no steel toes? No steel toes?
No, well, they don't really encourage steel toes in wood chopping, because if the axe comes down, it can take the top of your toe off. But if it hits the steel toe, it'll ricochet off and can take that whole other foot off. So you'd rather lose a bit of this toe than that whole other foot.
Okay.
So they do have chainmail socks and stuff like that, but I obviously didn't have that. So I couldn't walk for about a month. I got plastic surgery, and I was lucky I didn't hit the bone, or I would have lost the top of my big toe and had to learn how to walk again. And anyway, I got sort of scared after that and gave that away, but then went back to rock climbing when my toes started being all right again. And this whole time I was, training finger grip strength, stuff like that. And over the years, like, even though I came and went from rock climbing, because you don't always have time to go climbing. It can take hours to go for a climb. And I just kept training the whole time and loved the training. And even if I stopped climbing for 5 years, I'd still be doing the finger training.
Yeah.
And then I think I've said before that it was during COVID. I was like, how am I going to keep my fingers strong? And I found the Iron Mind grip tools, and I had grippers previously, but never really knew what grip sport was, or arm lifting or anything like that. And I had a Rolling Thunder, never really knew how to use that very well. And yeah, I just got hooked on that. I started looking up records, and I wasn't too far behind. And something about leaderboards, the competitive side of me just wanted to climb up.